Welcome back. There's so much to get into, let's just dive right in. All of the features I'm sharing today are actually available right now on ShopBirdy. You can actually use everything that I'm showing today as a user of this product, and it's absolutely amazing. For example, I now have deep search enabled in ShopBirdy, which allows you to search the web in a way that a normal person just wouldn't be able to do at this sort of speed and accuracy. So let's say I'm traveling somewhere, and regardless of where I'm at, right? Regardless of where you're at, you could find relevant and localized results. Let's say, for example, I want to find 10 coupons that I can use today as a tourist or a shopper. I can actually do that now with the deep search. So I've enabled it here. You want to click this icon, and you want to have your location on so it can automatically put that up. But if you don't have location on, you can just prompt it with where you're traveling or where you're at. Let's fire it off. We just integrated this today. It uses the latest models from OpenAI, and deep research is now available to developers. So we as developers can now give you the power of the OpenAI deep research directly in our own products. How you want to use that is up to you, but the strength of deep research, I believe, is the ability to search multiple websites. You can search so many websites. You can extract data. You can create plans, you can create itineraries, you can create pretty much any sort of research or plan that you want. If you want to go really deep and thorough in your search, this is the tool for you. Let's say, for example, and it takes time, so I'll just talk over it as it's going, but let's say, for example, I'm traveling, I don't know, in Tokyo or Los Angeles, New York, London, wherever it may be. And I know generally about the city, but I don't know really about the local retailers and all the discounts that are available. And so, I'm there and I want to figure out, what should I buy? What should I, purchase to have a memento that I can take home with me, right? With deep research, you can absolutely do that. I've tested this and the results are actually pretty good. So for example, if I wanted to find 10 coupons for tourists and shoppers that I can use today in my location, deep research can actually figure that out, because what it does is, in the background, it's going off. ShopBirdy ShopBirdy is coordinating all of these searches across so many different websites. And it already kind of knows which websites to look for based on your location. And then it's going to read through all of those details to try to figure out which of the coupons, discounts, promotions are actually available to me right now. I can add even more context into this prompt to get super specific and really detailed output. But just for a general demonstration, I've given it a pretty broad prompt, and I want to share what it comes up with. Now, this could take obviously many seconds up to multiple minutes, but it's worth it. And the benefit of having a platform like ShopBirdy.ai is that you can actually schedule these as tasks. So before you go travel, let's say to Thailand, you may want to get a full search of all the hotel rooms that are available. You may want to understand all the activities that you have time to do or within your budget. You're also going to want to try to save as much money as you can, because saving money allows you to enjoy more. So with a service like this, it's going to actually be able to scour all of those different, all the online websites, all the online shops, online stores, and even in many cases, social media posts to try to extract those key details, those salient kind of terms that match your personality, that match your lifestyle, that match what you're looking for, and come up with a great answer for you. Great suggestions, great recommendations. In this case, I'm asking it to help me find 10 coupons broadly for tourists and shoppers. And it's actually done that. And the other thing is it comes back with all of the citations, all of the links of the research that it's done. So you can see that here in the chat. The deep research results. The Siam tourist privilege at shopping malls, right? You can get, as a tourist, you can get up to 30% off at over 100 stores in shopping malls. Plus, on top, 5% off regularly priced items in the Paragon department store, and a 6% VAT or value added tax refund. This is really important. What a lot of tourists don't really understand is that in countries that, like Thailand, that have a significant number of tourists that come every year, there's actually a tax refund that you're eligible for as long as you keep your receipts, that you can get refunded when you fly out. So the idea is that there is probably 6 to 7% of extra pay that you spend on everything that you buy as a tourist, right? Plus there's probably 5 to 10% of discount that you didn't unlock. And in some cases, you might get up to 30%, or you might get a coupon for, $5 to $10 in free products, so on and so forth. So whether you're talking about the tourist shopping card privileges, or you see a great spa that you want to go to, you found some cool sightseeing and some locations that you want to visit. If you stack all of these coupons and discounts, you'd unlock massive savings. Just the 6% alone, combined with the probably around 10% of discounts you could get if you signed up for certain loyalty programs, for example, nets you, I think, on average, anywhere from, call it 20 to 30% in savings that you could unlock. For most tourists, they don't, I think most tourists don't know this, or they don't want to go through the hassle, but they're, in some cases, leaving money on the table. And ShopBirdy is going to try to help you recoup that, which I think is very well worth the price of admission. So whether you're visiting a museum, a gallery, you have resorts you want to visit, right? This is specific to Bangkok, the city, but you could expand this to say, I want to visit, I'm in Phuket or Pattaya, wherever it could be, Tokyo, Singapore. So that is actually a superpower that you now have at your fingertips with ShopBirdy. You wouldn't want to shop without ShopBirdy. It's really, it's one of those things where with just a prompt, a few clicks would net you like real money. And we're trying to basically reduce that friction so that you can maximize your Thai vacation or wherever you're going, right? So that's the new deep research feature. There's another cool feature that we have. So that's for your shopping and searching with ShopBirdy, and now with the new deep research. I could say, look for great hotels and resorts in Pattaya with availability in July, week of 23, good quality hotels at discounted rates. That is a fantastic prompt that for many software platforms prior to Gen AI couldn't quite parse and give you quality results. The things that we're doing now with AI are actually pretty incredible and have only become available like literally just a few days ago or maybe a few weeks ago. Like staying on top of all the models requires a lot of effort and constant refactoring of your app. And I'm really pleased to say that ShopBirdy stays on top of it all. So whether you're talking about deep search, where you want to get into design, create images, you want to edit images, I'm not saying that ShopBirdy is a replacement necessarily, for example, to Photoshop, but ShopBirdy can actually do a lot of great design work for you. So let's just say like let's say I'm in the business of selling, transport. Like let's say I'm a motorcycle moped distributor or seller. I sell motorbikes. I want my motorbike to have awesome images. I want to have great marketing, great product placement, and I want to be able to do that in a very customized way. So if people are visiting my website in one country, let's say Vietnam, or it could be from France, or it could be anywhere, I want to localize my marketing copy or my content for those users. I can do that now with ShopBirdy. So here I've uploaded an image of a moped that I actually generated with ShopBirdy, right? And I'm going to describe in the prompt, place the attached picture of a modern moped in the scene. Okay, so that's all I'm doing. That's the entire prompt, because ShopBirdy provides the scaffolding to massively enhance your prompt and give it tons of context. So you've already given it a pretty basic prompt, but you've, in addition, supplied a super high quality image as well. And then you're going in and you're going to select batch mode. And now, instead of having to cycle through each scene individually and generate each image individually, you can just generate 100 images with one click. It would have really, really good consistency, and it would give you a variety of images. So just think of it like this. Instead of you taking or creating one picture in Photoshop, you could then take that picture and create 100 variations or 200 or however many, right, that the software allows you or the software enables you to do. You could just massively multiply yourself. So I'll just pick, let's say, like the first 4 here, and then I'll go ahead and set that off as a task. This is an ability that's not available, as far as I know, directly in ChatGPT or other similar apps. We're using the underlying technology, but we've wrapped it in tremendous additional enhancements, specifically around the prompting and the workflow, so that you as a creator can utilize the same power that you would get from the very best Gemini or ChatGPT, but you work with those large language models through ShopBirdy. And ShopBirdy, I'm not saying is a replacement for Photoshop, but I generate the vast majority of my content imagery using ShopBirdy, right? It's already working. I'm using it literally as I speak. You're seeing I've been generating images in the background. I've described several scenes: a street market stall, night market row, shop house boutique, modern shopping arcade. so on and so forth. There are so many different backgrounds and scene templates you can choose from, and this list, this library, will continue to grow. So now I can actually, instead of having to sit here and manually click again and again and again to generate each of those individual images, I can set it as a job, as a task, as a routine that ShopBirdy AIs can now handle for me on my behalf, which is a massive unlock because now I can do a different task. I don't have to only be sitting in front of my application, designing an image, editing images, trying to create images. I can just get to the wow moment. I can find the fun in AI way faster using ShopBirdy. ShopBirdy has shown me that it can very consistently take my reference image and place it in a variety of scenes. And this is extremely helpful because the online world is so massive, right? Everyone is online. And it's really hard to have a single piece of content that speaks to everyone. But what is possible nowadays is to generate many types of content that speak to many different types of people. And in this way, when you can customize and personalize, you can generate far better results. So I really love this new feature. It's actually personally helped me in my productivity in respect to building out ShopBirdy, and I have no doubt that this feature would be a massive productivity boost to any creator, advertiser, brand manager, content creator. So you really want to use ShopBirdy for that. And the best part about it is that it's free. It's completely free. This is to use this service, you would normally need to pay, and you would have to do everything manually. What we're doing at ShopBirdy is we're giving it to you for free, and we're automating so much of the workload for you so that you can produce more and at a higher quality with a great consistency that will match your brand or your style as a content creator. And that's just massive because you obviously want to be authentic to your own personal style, but at the same time, you do want to tailor to your constituents, to your user base, your audience. And you can do that with ShopBirdy. Here, the job's done. I've only asked it for 4. I could have asked it for far more, but it's done a great job. You can see how consistent that initial image is, how it appears in all these different scenes. Now replace this moped with your iPhone or your tablet or any other product that you're creating or you're trying to sell, you're trying to market, you want to advertise. You can use ShopBirdy to create all of that content for you. And then the next step beyond that is to then A/B test it or just post it and see what's the customer response. That helps you get the data that you need to inform your next decision. Should I double down in this area? Do I need to try different things? Should I pivot? Should I tweak? What should I do? But it gives you so many options, which is a massive unlock in terms of productivity. So that is another great feature that ShopBirdy enables. So we talked about deep research, deep search for localized shopping and really anything, hotels, whatever you want. We also talked about how ShopBirdy is not Photoshop, but it can do many things that would help someone who is a Photoshop user or who wants to become one. And then the last thing I want to talk about today is a brand new video call feature. So here it is. I'm going to open my video now. ShopBirdy, you can now chat with ShopBirdy. You can now chat with ShopBirdy through video. So I've opened the video, as you can probably see. I hope this is capturing in the screen record, but you'll probably see that there's a video overlay and there's a chat overlaid on top of that. And ShopBirdy recognizes me, says, hey, Looks like you're all set up. What's new? Oh, hey, good to see you too. Not much, just chilling. What's up with you? I'm fine. How are you? I've got voice enabled. It's talking to me. You see how fast the response time is? And then as a content creator, influencer, product reviewer, I can now showcase the figures, the products, the fashions, whatever it is that I'm promoting or talking about. You can see it says, oh, cool figure. That's a cool figure. That's right. Yeah, it recognized that this is a figurine. This is a Pop Mart Batman figurine. And as I hold it up to the camera, ShopBirdy is seeing what I see. It says, oh, is that Batman? Now let's hold this up. This is the box of Pocky, strawberry. So ShopBirdy recognizes images that it sees. It says, so I'm seeing a guy with glasses and a blue shirt looking like he's on a video call or something. He's got a pretty neutral expression. In the background is just a plain wall. So ShopBirdy sometimes speaks in the first person and the third person. Let's see if you can read this. This is in Japanese and in English, but let's see if we can read that. ShopBirdy says, oh, what's that you've got there? Now, it might take some time to try to really understand what it is that it's looking at. In some cases, it really doesn't know, but in other cases, it can kind of figure it out. So Birdie hasn't said anything so far, so I'm guessing it doesn't quite understand what I'm holding up. And if you couldn't read, oh, it says, oh, magnets. Nice, that's right. These are magnets. These are magnets, right? That's really cool. Let's see if it knows what this is. This is an iconic product in Thailand. If you come to Thailand, you need to buy some of this. Where he says, oh, what's that little jar? How do I explain this? So this is a herbal inhaler. Think of it like a really strong potpourri in a jar, plastic jar. And what people like to do is they will open it and literally just smell it, sniff it, and it can kind of open up your sinuses a bit, which is important. I mean, you need to breathe. So can you guess what this is? ShopBirdy says, oh, a mystery. Let's see. You've got a little jar there, and it looks like there might be something inside it. Is it something you made or something you found? Tell me more. And I'm showing it to ShopBirdy. He says, and there's a guy holding up a green jar with a yellow balm or ointment. Close. It's actually close. It's not a balm or an ointment. It's a herbal inhaler. This is an herbal inhaler. Oh, an herbal inhaler. That makes sense. It looks like the kind of thing you'd use for a stuffy nose or something similar. I've seen those before. Does it have a strong scent? Absolutely. It's very strong and very refreshing. Oh, that's awesome. A strong and refreshing scent sounds perfect for cleaning out your sinuses. I bet it smells really invigorating. Does it have a minty kind of smell, or is it more like eucalyptus? That's a great question. Let's try. It has kind of a sharp smell to it. Definitely opens up your sinuses. Kind of a woody, earthy, but also leafy. Could be eucalyptus, it could be mint, but it's definitely strong. So yeah, that's this is the new. I think this may become the new way of how we interact with AI. Is that because typing it's great, but it's limited in the sense that bandwidth, time, you have to know the words you want to type. Whereas if you could just show the AI, if it could just see what you see, and then just react to it or comment on it, and give you that sort of real-time information, you could transmit like much more data from a bandwidth perspective. And images contain tremendous amount of data also. So being able to speak and also show the AI what you're seeing is massive unlock in terms of data bandwidth. And with ShopBirdy AI being available on your phone, you can take it with you anywhere. If you want to have a conversation about where you're at, what you're looking at, what you want to buy, you could literally just open a video call with ShopBirdy and it would be able to chat with you about what it sees and whatever search or recommendations that you'd be looking for. So yeah, ShopBirdy. I'm still working on trying to like get the ShopBirdy to speak more naturally. It does kind of, it is kind of cheerful. It talks a lot. It says that, oh, nice, that this is the headshot of a man wearing glasses and a blue t-shirt. He's smiling and looking directly at the camera with a plain white background behind it. And then it's still bringing up the gosh, I can't even remember what this is called. I think it's called Yadom. Yadom, I think. I could be wrong. But it seems to remember that as an interesting thing. Let's see if we can pick this up. Well, maybe not, but either way, I think it's been running here for a good while, and I think that's a pretty decent demonstration. Let me just close that. Great, so yeah, that was just a recap of all the new features that ShopBirdy users now have available to them at their fingertips. You have a location-based search service to find places, products, prices, things to do around you. And that comes with deep research. And if you are a frugal customer or you just really want a great deal, right? Because it doesn't always mean that you want to sort your results by the lowest prices or the highest ratings. That's a more kind of that's kind of how we did things in the past. Nowadays, you can be much more specific and tailored to what you're looking for. Maybe you don't want the lowest price hotel. Maybe you want a high-end hotel, but you want to get a discount. You want a good deal, right? Or you want the best value for money. Those are much more difficult kind of searches or results to filter and rank for than what we had in the past. So even though ShopBirdy might look like a search engine or a meta search engine that searches across all kinds of hotel and online travel agencies, it's actually far more than that. And even though like it may look like a Photoshop tool to create images, it's actually way easier. The likelihood of you producing a high quality output is much higher, and you can do that at a speed and efficiency that was just previously unimaginable, right? And then even though we have looks like just a normal video chat, you can see through the interaction with the ShopBirdy AI is that it can understand and see what's on the camera and comment about it. So let's see. I wonder if it's okay. So yeah, it can, it can start picking up. And the thing is, it's not a real-time video feed. It's kind of snapshots, but it happens pretty rapidly. So if you update the scene with different products, and other things that you're holding up, or if you move the camera or the scene changes, the system would detect that and it would refresh and try to understand and interpret what it is that you're actually doing, what you're looking at, and within the context of what you've already been talking about, and also what the AI knows about you in terms of location and other personalization. So it really becomes like an AI for you, more so than just a generic kind of recommendation that everyone reads, right? So it's really like tailored for you, which makes things way more interesting. And I think once you start using these kinds of tools, you realize that it's such a big unlock that it allows you to get way better results or do much more, save tons of time. And that's time that you want to get back. Once you have it, you're like, I want to have that extra 20 to 30 minutes, an hour a day that AI is now saving me. That is hugely valuable because number one, I'm still just as productive, if not more. So it's not like I'm producing less output, or even though I may be working less hard for 20 to 30 or an hour, but it also allows you to now reallocate that new balance, that extra time saved, to other things, whether that's generating content, doing deep research, or just having a conversation and learning. So I think all of this is really, really exciting, and I'm extremely excited to be able to offer this to all the users on ShopBirdy for free. So you want to sign up, you want to create an account. We are limiting what we're doing is we're creating kind of a free upgrade path to all users right now. So everyone effectively can become a paid user by becoming an early member of ShopBirdy. You come in, you create an account, and your account essentially gets automatically upgraded to the full tier, which is early. I mean, this is alpha for you. So as a consumer, right, not just as an employee, but also as a consumer, a lot of times the alpha is just arbitraging tools and techniques that other people haven't figured out yet. And eventually those gaps get filled, but in the meantime, you want to take advantage of that. So those are the inefficiencies that that this type of technology can massively resolve or ameliorate, or just give you an extra superpower that others don't have. And eventually the rest of the world will catch up, and searching for coupon codes may change in the near future as more and more of those searches are done by AI agents like ShopBirdy on your behalf. And then the new SEO may be in like promoting your deals and your discounts. And then as an influencer or as a content creator, instead of just opening your normal basic camera, which has no AI, you might decide that, oh, ShopBirdy has these cool features. I can actually enable, chat or other things, product detection, product searches, so that when I do promote different products, I can actually bring additional context in, and that automatically gets added into my video, which saves me tons of time also. So, and it provides additional value to customers. So I think all this is just, you'll find your fit with whichever areas of the product that you like. But if you're like me, you can use all of it and really unlock tremendous productivity gains, time saved, money saved, and also produce really great content. So I think that is all I wanted to kind of share today. And yeah, I'm really excited to get your feedback, to get your usage, because that'll make the product better. And ShopBirdy, as far as I know, is the only platform that gives you all of this within one account at this level of quality and polish. you are getting premium after premium after premium feature with the latest models in a form factor and a design that you really like and that is very relevant to you and personalized to you. So I really encourage you guys to sign up for ShopBirdy, make it part of your life. You know, as consumers, we pretty much are constantly shopping. I mean, just to live, we need to buy water. I mean, we need to buy food. There's just so much. Whether it's clothes, we need to replace clothes. We have cloths and laundry and other things. There's just so much. There's just so many different things in our daily lives that require us to purchase. And wouldn't it be great to have like a AI analyst, a super expert shopper, a style analyst? Let's say you're even doing makeup and you want the AI to help you to pick out which makeup you should buy, how to apply it. You can use that. I could stand here and I can ask ShopBirdy to help me pick out an outfit. I mean, the possibilities are really just endless, and we're just getting started. So I'd love to get your feedback as users to help me figure out what are the next great features, unlocks that we should enable, because that'll just make it so much more useful for you and other people like you. So I'm really building this right now for me personally. So it is kind of, it is kind of optimized for what I'm looking for, but I talk with people all the time about this, and they give me so much great feedback. Like, it's crazy. The other day someone was asking me for halal food recommendations, and I was like, oh gosh, I should know that. Let me add that as a feature into ShopBirdy. Another person was saying, oh, well, what about like vegetarian foods and like great curry, right? So like, oh, well, we should just have that as something that would be easy for you to find on ShopBirdy, is like great vegetarian curry restaurants, like whatever it is. And so many different restaurants and shops have these like limited time promotions. So like, if you were just relying on training data, it wouldn't make it into the large language model, because like your, I don't know, Taco Tuesday promotion, Thirsty Thursday promotion, your buy one get one free wings promotion on a Wednesday is so specific to that day, that time, and certain locations that it's not general enough to fit into the large language models like training data. But now with web search, if you like hook up your promotions with like steady posting on internet, on social media, on your blog, then services like ShopBirdy will be able to pick it up. And now you could create a calendar that says, on Mondays, give me 10 different restaurant promotions that I can choose from. On Tuesdays, the same thing. On Wednesdays, the same thing. Like, just create a full calendar of things for me to consider every single day. And that's why, like, in the deep search, I have the prompt that says, help me find 10 coupons for tourists and shoppers I can use today in my location. So that means that the system is going to look for things that I can use today. I have eligibility for those coupons, haven't expired, those promotions have not ended, and you can run this as a task with ShopBirdy and have it just update you or keep you up to date on all the things that you want to buy, things you want to go, wherever you want to spend money, or whatever experience you want to have, whatever product you want to purchase. You should definitely use ShopBirdy, because you're getting all the same capabilities that you would have in a ChatGPT or in a Gemini or in a Google Maps or other things, but you're bringing it all into one place. So now you have a location-based, personalized search service with image generation for content creators and visual video calls with the Birdy AI to basically talk to you about anything and answer almost any question, which is huge. I mean, that's just amazing to think about. So yes, please come try ShopBirdy.ai today, and it would be great to have you, and I hope to see you once again. Thanks a lot. Bye.